questions 11 through 20 on the 2019 Grade 8 Gauss Math Contest. Two of the side lengths in an isosceles triangle are 6 and 8. The perimeter of the triangle could be, well, let's see. If the sides are going to be 6, 6, and 8, the perimeter would be 6 plus 6 plus 8, and that is 20. Well, 20 is not one of the answer choices, so let's try 6, 8, 8. Two sides are going to be the same, so let's make the side that's 8 appear twice. So now the perimeter is 6 plus 8 plus 8, and that is 22, and that is one of the answer choices. 11 is C. Line segments P, Q, and RS intersect as shown. What is the value of x plus y? Well, by opposite angles, y plus 5 is equal to 4x. All right. And then this is also going to be 60 by opposite angles. And then all of them combined would equal 360. So y plus 5 plus 4x plus 60 would equal 360. And then y plus 5 is just 4x from up here. So we can substitute that in. So 4x plus 4x is equal to 360 minus 120. So that's going to be 8x is equal to 240. So x is equal to 30. And substituting back into here, y plus 5 is 4 times 30, so 120. So y is 115. So x plus y would be 30 plus 115, which is 145. So number 12, the answer is A. The mean, the median, and the mode of 5 numbers 12, 9, 11, and 16 in x are equal. What is the value of x? Well, first let's figure out what is the mean. 12 plus 9 plus 11 plus 16 plus x all divided by 5, right? So that's going to be 48 plus x over 5, and that's 9.6 plus x over 5. Okay, now we just got to fiddle around with this. Which one of these numbers, or which one of the answer choices, I guess, that's a better way of looking at it, do I put for x to make it equal to x, right? Because if x is the mean, then x goes here. And after you fiddle around, it won't take that long. I mean, you really just have to get something that has a 0.4, because the number is going to be an integer, so this has to be something 0.4. That's how it would add up to 9.6 to give an integer. You can quickly figure out that will happen when x is 12. And it would give me 9.6 plus 12 over 5. And 12 over 5 is 2.4. So that's how you get an integer. And when you add 2.4 to 9.6, you get 12, which is exactly what we wanted to get. So number 13, the answer is C. The two equal arm scales shown are balanced. Of the following, circle and 3 triangles has the same mass as. So, circle and 1 triangle. Circle and 1 triangle would equal what? Well, I guess according to this one right here, the squares cancel and all you're left with is a circle and 1 triangle. So therefore it equals 1 square. Okay. Now, I've got to figure out this though. So what I'll do is to this, I'll add 2 more triangles. So triangle, triangle. And then on the other side, obviously, I have to do the same thing. Triangle, triangle, like that. Well, triangle, triangle is equal to 3 circles. These guys. So that means this is circle, circle, circle. And that's it. So circle, 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 and square. That would be choice D for number 14. A spinner is divided into 3 equal sections as shown. An arrow is attached to the center of the spinner. The arrow is spun twice. What is the probability that the arrow lands on the same color twice? Well, let's see. There isn't that many, so we can write out all the possibilities. Red on the first, red on the second. Red on the first, green on the second, red on the first, blue on the second. Green on the first, green on the second. Green, blue, green, red. And then blue, 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 red, blue, green. Okay, it looks like I have 9 possible ways, and which ones are having the same color twice? This one, and this one. So 3 of them. And that would be 1/3. So notice the spelling of color. You know it's a Canadian exam when they put a U in there. Number 15, the answer is D. A Gauss brand light bulb will work for 24,999 hours. If it is used for exactly 2 hours every day, starting on a Monday, on what day of the week will it stop working? Well, let's make a little calendar for ourselves. And we are starting on a Monday, right? So that's day 1. And every 7 days, it pretty much comes back to the same. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after it completes 7 days, of course, it'll come back to Monday again. Now, 24999, that is the number of hours, and every day we're using it for 2 hours. So the number of days would be 12,499.5. Okay? Well, we've got to figure out how many multiples of 7, because day 14 and day 21 and day 28, these are all multiples of 7. So if I can figure out what multiple of 7 divides this, then at least I can get to put here, and then the rest I can just count. All right, well, let's do that. When I divide this by 7, my integer value is 1785. So 1785 times 7 is what goes here. Now I have to figure out where I am. That is 12495. That's how many days. And each of those days, I use 2 hours of the light bulb. So I got to multiply that by 2. And when I multiply that by 2, I get 24990. So we started with 24999. I've consumed 24990. So I have 9 hours left. So 2 hours here, 2 hours here, 2 hours here, 2 hours here, and the 9th and last hour there. And that's it. And that happens on a Friday. So number 16, the answer is B. Each of W, X, Y, Z are integers. If W plus X is 45, X plus Y is 51, Y plus Z is 28, what is the value of W plus Z? All right, well, from this guy, I will isolate for X, and that gives me 45 minus W. And let's see what else I can do here. They want W plus Z, right? So I think I'll get Y in terms of Z from this one here. Y would be 28 minus Z. And then therefore X plus Y equals X plus Y equals 51. I can substitute that, so that'd be 45 minus W. And then for Y, I'll substitute that, which would be 28 minus Z is 51. So 45 plus 28 minus 51 is equal to W plus Z. And when you do that math, 45 plus 28 minus 51 is 22. So number 17, the answer is B. Kathy owns more cats than Alice and more dogs than Bruce. Bruce owns more dogs than Kathy and fewer cats than Bruce. Which of the following statements must be true? Kathy owns more cats than Alice and more dogs than Bruce. So I'm just writing it out in some inequalities. Next sentence. Alice owns more dogs than Kathy and fewer cats than Bruce. Okay, now let's combine these. For the cats, it would be, let's see here, AC is less than KC, but AC is also less than BC, so there's no continuum there. But the dogs, I think there is. AD is greater than KD is greater than BD. Okay, that's good. Well, okay, let's go through the answer choices. Bruce owns the fewest cats. Well, Bruce owns more cats than Alice, so that can't be true. Bruce owns the most cats. We're not 100% sure because we are not told any comparison between Kathy and Bruce when it comes to cats. So we're not sure there. Kathy owns the most cats. Again, we're not sure. So C can't be right. Alice owns the most dogs, and that is something we are sure of since we have a continuum. And then let's just round it out. Kathy owns the fewest dogs. She owns the middle number of dogs, whatever the numbers are. So number 18, the answer is D. A line segment joins points P negative 4, 1 and Q 1, negative 11. What is the length of PQ? So PQ is negative 4 minus 1 using the distance formula plus 1 minus 11 squared. Square root. Standard distance formula, no tricks here. So that's going to be negative 5 squared, 25, and that's going to be 12 squared, 144. And that is 169 squared, and that is 13. Number 19, the answer is A. PQRS is a square with side length 60 and center C. Point W lies on PS, so that WS is 53. Point X lies on SR, so that XR is 40. The midpoint of QR is W. Point Z lies on PQ. What is the length of ZQ so that the total area of the shaded regions is equal to the total area of the non-shaded regions? Well, let's split this up into a couple of regions here. I'll do that line, and I think drawing that line would be sufficient. And here we go. So ZQ I'll just call X. Now they're telling me that the shaded area is equal to the unshaded area, so that means the shaded area must have a volume half that of the square. So the square is 60 times 60, so half of that. And that is, what is that? 1800? Yeah. All right, so now let's figure out the formulas. We're going to need some dimensions here. This they give me is 53, this is 40, so this is 20. And then C is the center, and that's very important because that's going to help us a lot. Since C is the center, we can essentially just split it down the middle and we'll get 60 divided by 2 for those half sides, I guess. So that means from here to here is 30, from here to here is 30, from here to here is 30, and so on. So let's see what we can do here. 1800. Well, if I use this triangle first, 1/2 base times height, 1/2 x times 30. Let's see, what can I do next? I'll just do this one. That's going to be 1/2 base is 30, and the height is also 30. And then this triangle right here, 1/2 base, which is 20, times the height, which is 30, and then 1/2 this triangle, 53 times 30. So that means 1800 is equal to 15x plus 450 there, plus 300, and then plus 53 times 30 divided by 2, 795. All right, so now put everything on one side. You get 255 is equal to 15x, and therefore x is equal to 17. So number 20, the answer is E.